So he's saying, what if the broker itself goes bust, shuts down? In that case, again, same thing. SEBI will surely intervene and ensure that everything goes smoothly. In fact, more than 95% cases were resolved within no time for Karvi. And also understand one more point. Exactly, this is the slide where we are right now. I was just about to check it. Assume, because many of us might be having an account with Zerodha, one of the popular discount brokers today. I'll not name the YouTuber, very famous Indian YouTuber. And I was having a word. And she said that, Rachna, I'm planning to open an account with Zerodha, but what if Zerodha closes down? Okay, what if Zerodha shuts down? Okay, now understand. Number one, right now Zerodha is amongst the top brokers in India as far as discount broking is concerned. Okay, but theoretically, if it shuts down, then what? Please understand. My shares in electronic format, even if broker has opened my account, broker in its true English word meaning is a broker. Is a broker is an agent. My agent doesn't hold my property. Are you with me? Does an agent, does a middleman, does an intermediary hold my shares? No. Where are my shares held? With the depositories. And in India, there are only two depositories. Which are the two depositories? CDSL and NSDL. Correct? So even if something goes wrong with the broker, it's fine. I mean, finally my shares are linked to the depository. Please don't ask what if NSDL or CDSL. Only two depositories in India. So it will be as good as more than 50-60% vanished. Okay, so I think SEBI will also have certain guidelines for that. Don't worry. So don't get that basic fear in your mind that what if the broker goes bust? Uski dukaan band pad gayi to kya? Your shares are still safe because they're ultimately linked with the depository. Those who have your accounts with Zerodha, while signing up, you might have checked that Zerodha is linked with CDSL only. Many big brokers will have CDSL and NSDL types, both types. But Zerodha has type only with CDSL. Is this okay? Yes. So now who are the participants in the stock market? The very first question is, who are the buyers and sellers? Now simple questions I want to answer quickly from you. Who are the buyers and sellers? People like you and me who are wanting to buy, people who are wanting to sell. So this is taken care of. No explanation required. Stock exchange. How many stock exchanges in India? Very good. Now you know that. But which are the famous stock exchanges? BSE and NSE. Why? We know that. Okay. But what if these buyers of all these sellers or the stock exchanges or the brokers, broker simple meaning agent, who are helping me to do my trade? Okay? Or the broker. So either buyer, seller, exchange or broker. What if they do a foul play? कुछ गलत काम किया, which was not allowed. Then who is going to be the police? SEBI. What is SEBI? Securities Exchange Board of India. Securities Exchange Board of India. Correct? That is the full form of SEBI. They're going to act like policemen. Right? So we have one authority who's going to look over whether people are following all the laws and regulations. Then we have a depository. Who's the depository? One who holds all the shares. Now, please understand the importance of a depository, okay? Ideally, when any company comes into being, comes into existence, all private companies or even public companies which are not listed, many of them even today have physical shares. Don't be under the impression that all shares are demat shares. No. Why demat is required? Why dematerialization of shares is required? So that there will be quick transfer, quick buy, sell, quick buy, sell. For a private limited company, who is going to do daily buying and selling? No one. Correct? The process of dematerialization also takes a lot of money. Correct? Who does that? Okay, so she's talking from the perspective of who wants to go ahead from physical shares to electronic shares. These are generally public limited companies who are wanting to list. But who, someone gave the answer also. Who is CDSL? Instead of CDSL, the better would be depository. It is the job of the depository to convert your physical shares into dematerialized or demat shares. Okay, so who has the record of all the demat shares? Depository. Correct now? Yes. Achha, whenever any company wants to reward their shareholders by declaring dividend, will they ask the broker? Will they ask the broker yes or no? They'll ask the depository. Give me a list of all those shareholders. I'll have to give them dividend. So ultimate resource library of who are the shareholders is going to be with the depository. Simple. Everyone has understood depository concept? Yes. Achha, so you're saying that when did these depositories came to being? I need to check the exact year of CDSL and NSDL. Even I can't recollect. Year as such. Achha, because of the electronic trading you're saying. So same thing. So two logics I told you for depositories. Number one, converting from physical to demat, and second, to keep a record. Exactly from where I don't know. I'll tell you because earlier what used to happen I'll tell you. Please understand. Earlier BSE started somewhere in 1800s. That old, correct? Now BSE 1800 something. At that time, how many people used to trade in the stock market? Very less, very less. And at that time, if you wanted to trade, you were required to contact a person who used to shout on that Dalal Street. You have seen in Harshad Mehta, oh, okay, buy, sell, whatever. They had the hand moments to decide buy, sell. Sitting in this classroom, you were not. I mean, it was impossible for you to invest in the stock market because at that time you had to go to Mumbai or maybe that. Phone call, phone call, and somehow contact the person and he will trade on your behalf. Earlier, what used to happen, these brokers, they used to collect the share certificates from you. Imagine that process. Everyone, please pay attention for the next 2 minutes. Earlier, what used to happen? She's in Pune. Broker is in Mumbai. She wants to sell her shares. Assume I'm the broker. Then I'll contact her. Then by post or whatever, she'll send the physical shares to me. Right? Then I will shout in the on the street, who wants to share this much, that much. Then I find a buyer for that. Can I directly give him the share? Why? Your name is written on that. How can I directly give it? Then I have a whitener. I can't change the name on my own. So what is the next step? Does the broker have the permission to transfer the shares? Then send the physical share certificate by courier or by Indian Speed Post or whatever normal Ladaba to the company. A company has the list of shareholders, no? Then company has the shareholders register. Those who have done commerce, shareholders register. In that they will update the name. Now this is the new person who is the shareholder of our company. Wait, abhi to change hua hai. Now give that by post to broker, and then broker will give to that party. Earlier this settlement cycle was a T plus 25 settlement cycle. 1 month settlement cycle. Today we are T plus 2, and within next few months we are going to T plus 1. From T plus 25 to T plus 1. What a journey. in the middle of all that things, it used to happen that the investor is dead. Yes, it used to happen, and a lost or person is dead, whatever. And who was the most happy person on earth? The broker. Because broker, he has all the contacts. Apparently, see, all these are stories, right? Apparently, there are many brokers who have gotten rich in this way. So that used to be the time, and today we are at such an amazing point. So that is the reason why I told you I'm not 100% sure on when these depositories came. I believe that when the volume started picking up so much that this T plus 25 cycle also started becoming a big thing. That might be the time when companies said we might not be in a position to do all these on our own. We need a separate entity. That's the logic behind it. That is why a separate entity for a depository came into being. So we can check out the exact year. You know the exact year? NSDL came in? CDSL came in? 99. 96, but I don't think they've got anything to do with BSE or NSE though. They're just normal depositories. So that is the logic for you. And plus electronic trading also. But interesting, that was not there in our curriculum, but the old T plus 25 just came out. Okay, anyways. By the way, these depository participants, classic example, brokers only. So you can just draw an arrow. Depository participants are no one but the brokers. DP. You might have seen this in your statement. DP ID. DP is what? Depository participant ID means your broker's ID. Okay, DP. And final is the clearing house. Now please understand. Earlier clearing, so whatever I told you T plus 25, that is what clearing process. Nothing, no discussion goes for waste. Correct, no? This is what clearing system. Earlier, entire manual. Now, do we have clearing houses also? Yes. So actually transferring from here to there, crediting accounts, debiting accounts, all this is done by whom? Clearing houses. And NSE. Is it there on the next page? NSCCL or something like that? Clearing settlement is there? No. TK, no worries. It's okay. For National Stock Exchange, it is NSCCL. National Stock Exchanges Clearing Corporation Limited. National Stock Exchanges Clearing Corporation Limited. I'll quickly tell you what is a clearing corporation or what is a clearing house. Everyone has deposited a check in a bank sometime, someday or the other. Yes. Now, once I deposit the check, assume I have an account with ICICI Bank. I go to that bank, I fill up all these paying slips and all that, I deposit the check there. Okay. Now, whoever is the sender who is going to transfer me money, that person has account with HDFC Bank. Do you think proper clearing system is required here also? Why? A person's account with HDFC Bank has to be debited and a person's account in ICICI Bank has to be credited. Correct? So there is still a clearing mechanism for clearance of a check also. Like we have a system for clearance of a check, we have a system for clearance of a stock. And that is nothing but the clearing corporation. Debiting shares from one person's account, crediting shares to another person's account. That is the role of clearing corporation. Okay, so for NSE we have NSCCL, National Stock Exchanges Clearing Corporation Limited. And anyone knows for BSE? ICCL, Indian Clearing Corporation Limited. Indian Clearing Corporation Limited, ICCL. Both job is same, clearing house. Shall we move on? Almost towards the end. Last two slides before we conclude. We are on to clearing and settlement. T plus 2, T plus 1. Do you want me to quickly tell you how does the clearing take place? Maybe 2-3 more minutes, but I can quickly explain what happens. Okay, just pay attention. Here we have a buyer. For those who follow my channel, they know how amazing my drawing is. Huh? So, we have a buyer, we have a seller. Okay. Now, buyer's account is with a broker, any broker, let us say broker A. And seller's account is with broker B. I'm just simplifying it, okay? I'm not going to go into absolute details, just a simplification of the process. And in between, which party is going to take place of this entire clearing process? Clearing house. So either NSCCL or ICCL. So clearing house is going to ensure that this entire process is done. Okay. So first let's understand what happens from a seller's perspective. Seller has sold shares on which day? T day. Trading day, transaction day. Okay. So what will happen on T day? On T day, the same day. So let us take the example. 26, then 27th and 28th is a Monday. So assume this is 28th February. It's a Monday. This is when the transaction of selling took place. Obviously, same time what happened? This is sell. Same time transaction of buy happened here. Simple. This is T. What will happen on the T date itself? On the T date itself, the shares will be cleared from whose account to whose account? From the seller's account to the buyer's account. It is known as a broker's pool account. Why pool account? A broker has multiple clients, na? So all those shares will be in the pool account. This will happen on T day only. Then T plus 1. What will happen? T plus 1 on the next day. That is which day are we on? On Tuesday. That is 1st of March. Via the clearing corporation, the shares will be cleared to whom? To the broker. This will happen on T plus 1. Whose broker? Buyer's broker. By the way, this is also the broker's pool account. Every broker will have a pool account. Shares will transfer to the pool account. Okay. And finally, what will happen? Tell me on T plus 2? Will be transferred from broker's pool account to the buyer's account. This will happen on T plus 2. This is the current system. This happened with what? Shares or with cash? Okay, whatever I told right now, this entire process was about shares or was about cash? Was about shares, right? Now let's understand what will happen with cash. I was trying to search with a different color, but you'll be able to tell me easily. Ulta. So tell me what will happen on T day? To the broker's pool account, correct? Found it. Wait. So now cash. Shabas. Don't need the masala. So this is not. Nice. Okay, take an oral explanation. We're not wasting this. From buyer's account to broker's pool account. What happened? Tell me. This will happen on T date. Correct? Cash. Cash from buyer's account to broker's pool account on T day. What will happen on T plus 1? Correct. From broker A's pool account to broker B's pool account, cash will travel. And what will happen on T plus 2? From broker's account to seller's account on T plus 2, that person will receive the money. And this was shortened from what to T plus 2? T plus 25 to T plus 2, and now we're in the process of T plus 1. Shorter period. Okay. But right now SEBI is doing that in a phased manner because a lot of international funds also flow into India, right? So for them they need some time to change their backend systems. That is why we are starting with lowest 100 stocks by volume, by liquidity. Slowly and steadily they'll get acclimatized with it and then to larger shares. So this T plus 1, you can see here BSE NSE jointly introduced T plus 1 settlement cycle in phases starting from done 25th of February 2022, just 1 or 2 days before. Recently, yesterday only, they started. See how much updated knowledge I'm giving? Okay, so but like I told you, beginning from what? Bottom 100 stocks by market capitalizations. So smallest 100 stocks. Why? Probably comparatively trades will be less, well, maybe, right? Smallest stocks comparatively. Then from March, on the last Friday of every month, next 500 stocks, whatever, I mean, you need not know, this is just theory knowledge, right? Back end knowledge. By next 3, 4, 5 months, whatever, we'll shift completely to what? T plus 1. Okay? In simple words, quickly tell me what will happen. I have sold the shares on T day. When will I get my money? Tomorrow. Right now I'll get my money day after tomorrow. Correct? Case 2, I'm the buyer. I pay money today. When will I get my shares? I'll get my shares tomorrow only. T plus 1. Simple? Fantastic. On to the last point. Types of markets. Which are the two types of markets? One is known as a primary market and one is known as a secondary market. Whoever have seen movies, whenever a hero or heroine makes a debut, for that hero or heroine, the very first time when that person is going to appear on the screen is like an IPO, initial. It is his career's IPO. First time that the person is going to appear on the silver screen when Hrithik Roshan came up with Kaho Na Pyar Hai. Even you know, the screen titles are different. It is introducing versus starring. Introducing is always there for the first movie of that hero or heroine. I'm a Bollywood buff, everyone knows that. And second one, Ek Baar Wah Hrithik Roshan is there. They're not introducing, starring Hrithik Roshan. That is secondary market. Once listed, he is there, we know that. Okay, first time entry, IPO. Okay, recently there was a flood of IPOs. Correct? And latest, everyone is super hyper about the LIC IPO. Correct? So LIC IPO right now, if it comes up with an IPO, I'm not sure. Ideally, they're planning in the month of March, but we're not sure with the current scenario. Will our finance minister postpone the decision or not? But first time when it will be available for investment, that will be under which segment out of this primary market? Because that is the first time that this share will be available for people like you and me. Correct? Zomato. Sad faces I'm seeing. वो तो ऐसे कर रहे हैं. Okay, so all these shares, all these companies you had surely heard about, but had never gotten an opportunity to invest in. So first time when any share is available, when the shares of any company is available for investment for people like you and me, it will be called as an IPO. What is IPO? It is an initial public offer. This is known as a trade in the primary market. And once listed, is Zomato available? Is Zomato available for investing? Yes. Then it will be known as a secondary market. It will be known as a secondary market. If you don't get an allotment, why are people disheartened if they know that they won't get in the secondary market? Listing gains. So as an example, if the company is issuing the share at 300, you applied for the IPO. Okay, the IPO got listed at 600 rupees. Is it also possible? Double. ये 25 दिन में पैसा डबल हो सकता है IPO में. Possible. Okay. Now you are saying, why are people getting disheartened? You can buy from secondary market at what price? You lose out on this. Okay. So of course this was again a lot of terms we discussed right now. Second lecture made was more of terminologies, but I think we started with what before we quickly take questions or stop whatever. I want a quick revision of second lecture because first lecture was just myths, right? First lecture. In next 2 minutes we are going to complete this. What is the stock? Stock is a slice, a share in the ownership of the company. So do you become a very tiny but an owner of the company, part owner of the company? Yes. What is the stock market? Everyone. Stock market it's a place where you can buy or sell shares. Can I compare that with a shopping mall? Yes. Because it has multiple products, multiple segments. Yes. How many stock exchanges in India? But which are the two famous stock exchanges? BSE and NSE. Correct. Then we talked about stock exchanges over the globe. Okay. But as I mentioned, will a smaller stock exchange impact Indian stock exchange or a bigger stock exchange will impact bigger? And the example that I gave was of US stock markets. Then we said, why does even a stock market exist? Liquidity. Because once you have it and you want to sell it to someone, we need a common marketplace. That is why liquidity. Why invest in stock market? For that we talked about the returns. So stock market is for safety, for liquidity, or mainly for returns? Returns. Safety, liquidity, FD. We have talked about that. Okay. Then beating the inflation, compounding, meeting the financial goals. Earlier you start, better it is. All these points we discussed. Towards time we discussed who are the various stock market participants starting from buyers, sellers, blah, blah, blah. All these participants we discussed. Then very interesting discussion all of a sudden came up from T plus 25 to T plus 2 to T plus 1. And then finally we said shares can be available in two various markets. One is the primary market, one is the secondary market. But we like, we did not understand primary market in depth. Correct. Now we just introduced that there is something known as primary market. And what is tomorrow's lecture about? Lecture number 3 is about primary market. Tomorrow entire discussion is going to start with primary market with IPO discussion. We'll just take 2-3 questions and then those who want to leave they can. Otherwise the questions can go on and on. 1, 2, 3 will be the 3 questions. You can invest in foreign stocks also. There are various apps through which you can invest. Those who have limited capital, I don't know, might be a little bit biased, but I would suggest stay away because here it is difficult to track our own market. Tracking two economies and their stocks, I feel it's pretty tricky. We have abundant opportunities in India. Better to stay invested. Geographical diversification. बोलने के लिए geographical diversification, but don't do that. Clearing never happens. Before delivery only you are selling, na? So clearing never happens in that case. Nifty. How do you decide top 50 companies maybe? Is that so? We are having a separate discussion on Nifty components, how to decide, who decides. Once it is there, is it like sarkari job that ek baar chipka gaya to ऊपर ही? Or will it change? Everything we want to discuss. I guess that is in lecture 4 or 5. So there are multiple indices. One index, plural is indices, not indexes. Okay, so there are multiple indices. It could be investing in Nifty, Bank Nifty, Nifty IT, Bank X, whatever. We are going to talk about various indices also, separate in a separate lecture. It's there in your notes. We'll discuss, don't worry. But whatever examples we took today, they were only of Nifty. Whatever examples we took today were only of Nifty. App. Whenever you place an order, we are also going to talk about how to place an order. In that you can choose tap NSE, tap BSE. Simple. With one tap you can decide which exchange. Zomato is below listing price right now. PB Fintech is below. You name it, and all these US companies are below listing price right now. Finish. I thought you were going to say and something. Because IPOs we have not even discussed. I just introduced. Like in web series, there is a cliffhanger, na? Then only you will watch the next episode. Then only you will come tomorrow. Achha, if others are in a hurry to leave, you can. And I'll be continuing with certain questions. So wait. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.